everybody, thanks for stopping by. This is going to be a short video about 120 film and an issue that I came across that maybe you have also experienced. Doesn't happen very often, but this is expired by I don't know how long, and I bought it third hand, professor to student to me, and it's ultrafine black and white, ultrafine plus black and white ISO 100 film, and it's definitely expired because once I've scanned the negatives, they curl super bad, but once I scan the negatives in, it's pretty bad. You'd have to be pretty daring to call them artsy. I'll post some at the end of the video, but that's not even the issue. Really hard to get into my negative holders for scanning. But something I noticed sort of recently when I loaded my camera, only 2 of these rolls have this signifier or something, but there's this little spot here, this like pink and blue spot. I don't know if you can see it on the band here, and it almost looks like moisture damage. And I'm assuming I bought 4 rolls used. I'm assuming all 4 rolls have this, and I came across threads that talk about it, but it's the backing paper print getting on your negative when you develop it, and it is hanging there. And when I developed it, I was really excited because I went on a walk in the snow and I was like, oh, I'm gonna take some pictures. I had just finished a roll in my Kiev 6C, so I was gonna take that out and finally get to shoot with it again. And I developed the roll about an hour after I got home from my walk and was looking at it, and I saw all these circles, and then I saw numbers, very large numbers on every single frame, all 12 frames. And it was really, there are worse things, but I was just kind of like, no! And so I immediately looked into it. I didn't really know what had happened, but I knew that the backing paper had affected it. I just didn't know what caused it. And there are a few things that could cause it. Humidity, and or putting it in the fridge, taking it out of the fridge, putting it in the fridge, taking it out of the fridge. So just moisture and the backing paper being thin. This is very cheap film. I love ultrafine film. I've shot ultrafine extreme 400 and 100, and I love it. But the backing paper on here is very thin. It really doesn't really have like a glossy coat to it like Kodak or Ilford have, which I think very much so helps prevent this from happening. On one of the threads that I read about this issue, somebody mentioned that they did have an issue with Ilford HP5 one time, but Ilford immediately corrected it. They said that yes, that has happened very, very rarely in the time they've been making film, and they've been making film for quite a while, very dependably, very consistently. And they righted it with their customer. They gave them rolls. They replaced the rolls that were bad. Very quick response. And because this is like third-hand film, the person I bought it from said that they don't know if their professor refrigerated it. They definitely did not. There's just no way I could get any compensation, and it's fine. It was cheap, but I am bummed that I can't really expect the next 3 rolls to have any good stuff come out of it. So I'm thinking I might just shoot some rolls I do like film collage stuff. I'll post a few images of film collage stuff that I've done at the end, along with the errors that popped up on these rolls. Yeah, so anyways, on the threads, if you look into this situation, some people say that it could be based on light leaks, which I really don't think that's true. Some people say that it could be based on the light coming in through the old cameras have like a red window. Some of them have a little door you can slide over. Some of them have a little door you can swing over. Some you have to tape over. I don't think it has anything to do with light passing through and pushing it on. I think that it absolutely has to do with thin paper the printing on the back, getting through over time, over just being weathered, and just, yeah, inconsistent results with printing on the backing paper and not, I don't know, just not having good quality materials, I guess. So I would just, if you're going to, I'm sure if you're a working photographer or whatever, which I am not, but if you are, I'm sure you're only shooting reliable films that you know will get you the results you're looking for the jobs you're working. But if you are a photographer that is not doing that, buy cheaper film at your own risk. I don't regret buying this. I could have put it towards other film that I trust more, but I still had a good walk. I still had fun shooting it. I just would not risk buying cheap expired film. If you're going to buy this cheaper film, try to buy it not expired. You'll probably have better results with it. And that's kind of all I have to say. I mean, I really don't like curled negatives. They're such a terror to try to scan in my flatbed scanner. But I managed to do it with most of them. And I will continue to use films that I trust. And I will use these for film collage stuff. And I'll post some images now of both. And thanks for watching, and I hope this was helpful. Hopefully nobody else that's watching even has experienced this, because it's kind of weird. But if you have, just know it wasn't anything you did. It was absolutely a manufacturing error. And if you did buy rolls from the manufacturer themselves, even a store, if they can get in touch with them or write it, give you contact info or something, if it's not expired film and you bought it, reach out, try to get it righted, because you don't really deserve to experience an error like that. Yeah, so ultrafine film. It's actually really good film. There's a lot of speculation on where it comes from, or where their film is sourced. I think it's out of Ventura, California, but a lot of it is just re-spooled and stuff. But I really like the old ultrafine 400 film stock and 100. So if you see bulk rolls of that or single rolls of that, highly recommend you pick that up. 35 millimeter is what I've shot in that format, or in that line anyways. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Good luck. Shoot with confidence. Buy from reputable sellers, and have fun out there. All right. Have a good day. Bye.